Hey, y'all. Okay, it's true. We do. We live in a stressful society,
Yeah.
home, work, whatever. You go outside, you stressed.
Thinking about it stresses me out right now.
You stressed, right?
I'm stressed.
We all stressed. But why? Why are we so stressed?
Oh my
Besides everything that's going on, why are we so stressed? What's causing that?
Listen, I couldn't tell. Wait, maybe I can tell you. But before I even go ahead and tell you, go ahead and like and subscribe if you have not done so already, okay? To the new viewers out there, we appreciate you. To the old one, thank you for your support, okay?
Yes.
So why are we stressed out? Well, I'm about to tell you.
What even allows us to feel stress?
I'll tell you what. Your cortisol level, you've got that right. Yes. Your
Yes.
cortisol level is what is the main stress hormone in our body. Okay, it is regulating your moods, your motivation, and your fear.
Yes. So now what makes cortisol is the adrenal gland, okay? It is positioned at the top of the kidney, and it makes cortisol. It's triangular shaped.
Okay.
And that's the little thing that's pushing out cortisol, y'all. But it has to be regulated, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to react normally to life, I guess, but it has to be regulated and balanced. Otherwise, you have issues.
Okay, because it does play an important role in several things that your body does. And they don't teach you about this in school. Okay, let me just stop that and say that, because I wasn't learning about this.
They just teach
Lucky
you to be
for you.
good little employees. So you can have a job.
Lucky for you, though, we're here to give you some tea.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Got your back.
one of the few things that it does for you, we're gonna list it here, but it manages how your body uses carbs, fats, and proteins.
Oh yeah. And it keeps your inflammation down too.
Okay, it regulates your blood pressure, y'all. For the people in the back.
Okay, and it increases your glucose, your sugar, your blood sugar.
And I don't want to hear nothing more, or I'm an insomniac, I can't sleep, I can't that. Okay, your cortisol level is the one that regulates your awake and your sleep cycles.
Oops. But it also boosts energy, guys. So you can handle stress and restore balance afterwards. So that's why that's also important for it to be balanced as well.
Yeah.
It's important.
It really is. And with that being said, there are several ways, you can check your cortisol level. You can just go ahead to your doctors and ask for a blood test, urine test. They even do saliva. It's quick and easy. And it will give you a result that can change your life.
Right, because then you'll know what you're working with. You know what you need to do, because there are effects from when it is too high versus when it is too low. And we're going to go through some of that with you right now.
First thing first, okay, you're going to be dealing with hair loss.
For higher cortisol, that is.
Yeah.
And you are also going to be moody, so your mood going to be swinging.
Oh.
It's going to be swinging.
And listen, I'd rather have the mood swing than the fist swinging, but maybe the two and two go together.
Hey, come on now. You want to hit something, right?
So if you guys are dealing with bone problems like osteoporosis, it's a key indicator that you have high cortisol.
Yikes. What about high blood pressure?
Hey, to the mamas in the back, the grandmothers.
Okay.
we telling you right. We telling you the tea right here.
We're telling you. All right. And likely too, that's probably what's making you crave the salt.
Ooh.
And then increases your high blood. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
In another video. Okay.
Right. Cortisol belly. Now, this is not even about whether you're in a weight loss journey or weight gain journey. This could happen to anybody. Keyword.
Okay.
Because it's dealing with your stomach. It's basically dealing with, because it's irregulated.
It's that lower section of the belly.
That lower pouch, and that's for women
at the bottom.
and for men.
Yes.
All right. And it's because of your high cortisol level that no matter what you do, you cannot seem to get through that fat.
And it won't go away, child. It's not your it's not your workout. It's not your routine. It's probably your cortisol. All right. It's a little high. But you also get adult acne. All right. Because we want to know, or we'd like to think that acne is done in your teenage years.
Okay.
Luckily, I didn't experience acne like that, but count your blessings. But in your adult years, if you're getting acne, likely you have high cortisol.
Yeah, and if we're waking up, and I'm talking about without you having gone partying the night before without you crying your tears out, your eyes out and everything else, just regular face, and you wake up in the morning puffy and you're dealing with eye bags, like extreme eye bags, it's a very sign that you have high cortisol.
Ooh. Gotta get checked, y'all. All right, so what's happening when it's too low? Mind you, we're only naming a few. This list goes on for how it affects you. We recommend you guys please do your own research as far as effects of cortisol. We're just gonna list a few. Now, for low cortisol, okay, we're gonna go with low blood pressure. All right, it could be too high. It could also be too low. You know, that pressure need to be right.
Okay, we're talking about fatigue here. Now, if you're constantly tired throughout the day, and no matter what you do, you get an 8 hours rest and you're still waking up fatigued, you have low cortisol. Get that checked.
Weight loss, and that might be good news for a lot of us women. A lot of us want to lose weight at some point in time in life, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about when you don't want it, man. Like if you need it, cool. If it works out, great. But yes, an effect of low cortisol is weight loss.
Okay, if randomly your skin's starting to get darkening, like random sunspots, right? It's folding. That's a good indicator that you have low cortisol.
Okay, what about diarrhea, nausea, vomiting?
Ooh, I guess that works with the weight loss, right? You can't keep nothing down.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, they go hand in hand. Look at that. Look at that. Fact checking out.
Yeah, and lastly, apathy. I mean, a lack of interest in anything. You know what I mean? You're just kind of like, indifference. I don't care, to yourself and to others around you, not caring whether you harm them, not caring whether, all of that emotion of just like well-being. It's low cortisol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, let's get our cortisol together, because clearly listing some of these things here, I don't think that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Now, luckily, there are ways to balance your cortisol.
Yeah, and it just goes down to your daily habits. And we talk about this a lot in our videos. Okay, so the number one way to regulate your cortisol is get some sunlight exposure. I mean, in the morning, and I would say recommend in the morning just because the sun rays is not definitely gonna go around noon to 3 or whatever the time range is. Wanna go when the sun is like soft, light rays.
Yes.
Get that vitamin, okay? Get that sunlight exposure.
Go outside, y'all. Like, what an easy step of balancing your cortisol is to just go outside. Come on.
We're helping y'all.
The next thing you guys want to do is you eat your proteins, your fiber, your fat, healthy fats and things like that. That will help you regulate your cortisol.
Okay, and we want to make sure we eat foods that are rich in vitamin C. All those antioxidants is very good for your adrenal gland, which is dealing with your stress again. Remember, so
yes. And some of us too, our vitamins are also out of whack. And one important vitamin that you need in order to balance your cortisol is magnesium supplements. All right, get you your magnesiums. These little things that you think are important are very important for your body.
Exactly. Adulting 101. You just never stop learning, okay? No. And you want to eat your daily source of probiotics. Like we already know, yogurt, kimchi, all of these are very good for you because it's helping with your healthy gut. And we've talked in our videos that a healthy gut is a healthy start. No.
Really? I've never.
I just made it up on the spot. Look at you. But you definitely want to get
all the creativity, y'all. All right, what about your prebiotics? I know, I didn't know there was such a thing either.
Yep.
But prebiotics, examples, name a few: onions, apples, cooked or cooled potatoes, for example. Those things are helpful as well when it comes to balancing your cortisol.
Exactly. And lo and behold, you wouldn't have guessed this one. What? Practice daily breath work. I mean, come on now, the 2 and 2 goes together. If we're talking about high cortisol, which is a stress hormone, you definitely want to walk around present. You want to walk around, doing your breath work as often as you can. Go to the bathroom if you're at work. Take a little quick walk. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Just do it. Remember that when Nike was doing that whole campaign? Anyway.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay, so journal at the end of the day, all right? I mean, yes, it might seem like one last homework of the day, but this one is worth it, okay? Yeah. Journal It helps you release, because it's about releasing, because you don't want to hold it in either, because that also makes you sick. Okay?
Yeah. Set phone limits, y'all. We've done talk about, making sure we stay away from electronics and putting boundaries on that, because it's very toxic.
Stresses our body.
Yeah, and just because we don't see the rays, the blue lights, all that, affecting our energetic field doesn't mean it's not.
Exactly.
So definitely.
Yeah, usually the most harmful things are the things we can't see.
There you
Isn't
go.
That crazy?
Yeah.
But also, guys, we encourage you to look for your glimmers. Glimmers, that's like what the opposite of what triggers are.
Yeah.
Reconnect back to the things that makes you happy, get into things that brings you joy, laughter. Those are all things that are going to help you balance your cortisol. You know? Otherwise, you're walking around here literally messed up.
Exactly. And we, like we said, we live in this stressful society, this matrix, and we all know somebody of a friend, or even ourselves who know, man, I'm so stressed today, or I'm this and I'm that. And sadly too, most people are addicted to stress and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like you could have had your cortisol level so high for so long that you think now it's just a daily part of life. Like,
absolutely.
This is who I am.
Yes.
Right? And posting a whole identity that's not even you.
Right. And also too, it just it creates more ways to disconnect with others, back to the whole apathy thing.
Yeah.
Yes, when people are stressed, this is something that often we don't think about, but usually that's around the time when we really don't care about much. We really don't.
Yeah.
And then we treat each other like we don't care. So you can see how it affects relationships as well, or friendships, being around in the world. So you need your cortisol balanced.
Yeah.
Like I remember now I feel, I sympathize a little bit, not too much though, with, my ex-managers and things like that. When they would walk in all stressed. And I've got stuff to discuss, and they're like, just not now, or, easy to make you feel unimportant when the person is going through an unbalanced cortisol.
Yeah.
So get it together so we can continue loving on each other. All right.
Okay. And it's just like, it's one of those things that's like wellness check, self-care.
Yes.
If we've mentioned any symptoms or signs that seems like it resonates with you, definitely go to your health practitioner, and go get that tested. Like I said, it's very simple and easy to do. And it's just like there are, like we said, a lot of other symptoms and signs that we didn't include that are very much important to make sure whether or not it's high or low. So as always, we encourage you to do your own research.
Absolutely. Look into it. I mean, we drop you a little nugget, but this ain't school. Not really. Otherwise you'd have to pay for it. Come on. But yeah, so do your research, be adults, and take care of yourselves. All right. Look after your hormones so that you can look after each other.
Yeah, I love that. And, as always, we do drop videos like this every single week. So if you learned something new, go ahead and like and subscribe. And guess what, y'all? We'll see y'all next week. Bye.